Sowing Beside All Waters. Author Ellen Goldwhite. Year of publication 1912. A memorable year of advance. Dear brethren and sisters, I deeply feel the necessity of our making more thorough and earnest efforts to bring the truth before the world. In the last vision given me, I was shown that we were not doing 1/20th part of the work we should for the salvation of souls. We labor for them indifferently, as though it was not a question of every great importance whether they received or rejected the truth. General efforts are made, but we fail to work to the point by personal effort. We do not approach men and women in a manner that impresses them that we have a personal interest for them, and that we feel deeply in earnest for their salvation, and do not mean to give them up. We hold too much at a distance those who do not believe the truth. We call them and wait for them to come to us to inquire for the truth. Many will not be inclined to do this, for they are in darkness and error, and cannot discern the truth and its vital importance. Satan holds them with his firm power, and if we would help them, we must show a personal interest and love for their souls, and take hold of them in earnest. We must work in prayer and love, with faith and unwearied patience, hoping all things and believing all things, having the wisdom of the serpent and the meekness of the dove, in order to win souls to Christ. As a people, we are not deficient in talent. There are men and women among us whose labors God would accept if they would offer them to Him. But there are so very few who have the spirit of sacrifice. Money is good as far as it goes, but unless accompanied by personal effort, will go but a little way toward converting souls to the truth. Not only does God call for your money, brethren, but He calls for you. There are a large number who, if they would come near enough to God by entire consecration, would hear His voice saying, "Go labor in my vineyard, and ye shall receive your wages by and by." If we would follow the opening providence of God, we should be quick to discern every opening and make the most of every advantage within our reach, to let the light extend and spread to other nations. God calls for men of nerve, of hope, faith, and endurance to work to the point. As we accept the truth, we virtually pledge ourselves to be workers with Christ and to be consecrated to His service, and no longer live to do our will and serve ourselves, but to be faithful servants of the Master, to whom we have yielded ourselves servants to obey. The commission of Christ to His disciples was to go and preach the gospel to every creature. We have a worldwide message. After men and women have received the truth, they should be instructed that in order to grow spiritually strong, they must be earnest workers to lead others to the truth as they were led. I entreat you, my brethren and sisters, to be self-reliant in the strength of Jesus. When tempted to become unbelieving and discouraged, you will find the very best cure for this in talking truth to others and in presenting the truth to those who are in darkness. Extend your efforts to your neighbors and to those who have not the privileges of meetings. Sow the seeds of truth beside all waters. A great work is before us. We need the help of everyone. The cause will need not only money, but earnest workers. God will require personal service at the hands of everyone to whom He entrusts His truth. Not one is excused. Some may feel that if they give off their substance, they are excused from personal efforts. But God forbid that they should deceive themselves in this. Gifts of means do not mean the requirement of God. For the duty is but half done. He will accept nothing short of yourselves. You must work to save souls. All will not be called to go to foreign missions, but you may be missionaries at home, in your own families, and in your neighborhoods. With the love of Christ in the heart, Christians will work. All who have made the profession of Christ have virtually pledged themselves to preach the gospel of salvation to sinners. Some may never be required to stand in the pulpit, but there are many ways to preach Christ: by deeds, by a godly, consistent life, and by letting our light shine forth to others, we may preach Christ. In acts of self-denial for others' good and showing a love for precious souls, that is a paramount to love for riches or earthly enjoyment, we may preach Christ. In doing the works of Christ, the Christian worker will become strong in spiritual strength. God is a present help in every time of need. Those who work for the salvation of souls feel their inefficiency and lack of heavenly wisdom, and in their emergency they flee to their tower of strength, and God meets their necessities, and they are obtaining a valuable experience. They are gaining spiritual strength and growing in the knowledge of the truth. They are not spiritual dwarfs or bodies of death, but are shining lights, gathering daily strength from God and conferring blessings upon others. Sowing Beside All Waters by Ellen White. A Memorable Year of Advance.